You should have more taken up than like a sixth of the card. The Dominators got dominated. Yeah, I know, understand, Celsius, you guys don't get it, but for most of my American viewers, it is currently 63. Morning. So I found the info screen on the camera this morning that says we're at 40% battery power and basically nothing used on the SD card, which I haven't actually looked at the SD card, but I'm actually kind of worried that more wasn't used.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not that big a card, and you are on UXP. You should have, if Aaron got about, you know, even 70 clips, you should have more taken up than like a sixth of the card.
Yeah.
Because I know that the record button's a little fickle, and I wasn't sure if you were, because I saw you messing with it beforehand and you were like testing it, but I wasn't sure if you had gotten that fully into your brain.
Yeah.
But then again, you are always looking at this screen, so you would kind of notice if it didn't work.
I'm not though. Like, I've gotten to the point where I don't look at the screen nearly as much.
That's true.
And I did catch a couple of times where I finished a clip and thought I stopped it, and it was still recording like a minute later.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a very hard button like the last one was.
Yeah.
And it sucks if we didn't get a lot of clips because of that.
There were some clips that I made double sure, especially if it was like ball coming towards me, someone catches it or intercepts it or whatever. I looked, recording them.
The idea of the sheer amount of files I would have had to transfer this morning, I didn't want to do that before we left, because it could have taken 10-15 minutes, and I'm like, I didn't want to like futz with that or whatnot, so
Yeah.
I'm doing that when I get back home. But at least but the thing is the battery life is already down to 40%, which means something. And maybe there's just a weird good compression, because I know I vlogged at the end, because I vlogged enough at the end that I would, maybe that didn't even make, I don't know. We're still getting used to the filming of the camera, and this is the first time we've put it through the rigors of a game.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it's on UXP. I mean, technically, if you filmed the exact number of plays for even a bit of a bubble around the actual plays, you only film an hour. That's all a game. Well, less than that now, because we only play 12-minute quarter. So you would have only filmed 48 minutes of possible 5 hours on the card. So, okay, still, it usually, and then, okay, sometimes we'd also have like pre-game stuff, and I didn't do a lot of that, because this was like away games. Hey, let's go to Utrecht. Hey, let's find this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like nervous because now that I'm actually thinking about it, stayed up fine. I mean, Aaron didn't have to pull out the thing. The reason why we were good about the battery is because with the old camera, you could pop out the USB connector and plug it into the battery. This thing, you actually have to like disconnect the panel in the back because of its waterproofness.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then it's kind of a pain in the butt because then you have this little door hanging open. I mean, it wouldn't have been a problem yesterday. There was no rain. During warm-ups, I looked at Rocher and I was like, this is a great day to get some tanning. Except I decided to dress head to toe. And he's like, next time. And I'm like, yeah, next time. I've had like some cold coffee this morning, so blah. I will say this one, it bugs the corner of my eye when I'm trying to vlog, and those things flash.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're here at Amstel. It's actually very quiet over here. I can hear birds. But we've got about 8 minutes until this train comes. The Albert Heijn didn't have any lids. And so it's really strange after a while to hear so many different levels of pronouncing the G for Hein, that some people have more of a Hein, some people have a Hein, and I'm like, and that when I do anything that's slightly like, oh, it's just Hein, no, and I'm like, Hein, and they're like, yes, I'm like, do I have to maintain that all the time? Y'all know. But as a learner of the language, I have much more riding on me to pronounce it correctly rather than I'm slacking with my English, so. Here comes Deutsche Bahn. And so, yeah, but it's the fact that I was saying that whereas other people, specifically like the Dutch that I talk to, have much more enunciated English because they may have learned it second, so they're a little bit crisper in their speech, whereas they just sort of slack off on their Dutch. And that's when you came up and I said, I'm kind of slacking off on my English.
Okay.
So, anything else you want to talk about? Just going about a regular Monday?
Yeah, just a regular Monday. Just
I have to go make copies of IDs, and hopefully our passports work and not our IDs.
And passports always work.
Okay, but yeah, I'll probably just head by Lovi Kopi when I go and do the bakery stuff. Just did a quest, finished my quest. The video went live about 20 minutes ago. Heading out to the gym now. I just completed a quest in Pokemon for the day. It's so squeaky. Was use an item to evolve a Pokemon, and since we had a new batch of Sinnoh stuff, I just flat out went out and did a Ambipom. Now a monkey with two hands, or two tails with a handy. It's Pokemon. It's not meant to make sense. Long edit of the video, I was able to get a couple clips of touchdowns down to some of the Hurricanes. Daryl, Kevin, and Robin. Those were by and far not the only touchdowns, just the only three that Aaron got kind of clear. Because we had a couple pick sixes that obviously happened at one end of the field, and Aaron can't. You guys probably saw the picks, but he didn't get the touchdown because it's off the other end of the field. I mean, usually, as is the nature. I mean, we had 4 interceptions yesterday because Rohier got 2, and then maybe we had a 5th one. I'm not sure. But anyways, I mean, it's thoroughly, the Dominators got dominated. But the weather is creepy recently. I mean, like, we are in February, and my phone is registering 63 degrees. That's, I mean, yeah, I know, understand, Celsius, you guys don't get it, but for most of my American viewers, it is currently 63 in Amsterdam in February. And it is super prevalent that everyone's just like, this weather's weird, so we're gonna get stuff done. Everybody's out and about. The density of the city is starting to show itself again. Alright, just got done at the gym. Realized that I probably didn't style the hair very well with the clay. Of course, this was technically my first attempt ever. I kept futzing with it while I was on the Bosu ball, because I could see myself in the mirror, because I'm trying to focus on getting low in my stance on an unstable surface and just perfecting my stance on an unstable surface, so that when I move and to stay low, it makes sense to me. It really does, that I stay on an unstable surface so I can figure out to stay low, because then it'll work on balancing. Willie's doing all this stuff with the physio, learning how to help people train for stuff, not like physiotherapy, but physical trainer. And I ran it by him. He goes, oh, That's sound thinking. Only picked up a can of Lipton tea from Albertheim. It's like 60 cents, so I have 2 smoothies in my jacket. I just figured I'd, much like I shared to much social media today, it is crazy warm out and it is real weird. If it wasn't for this fleece jacket, probably would have went home in my shorts and just not put my pants on because it's warm and fun all times. I don't know, does it look good? Getting a little self-conscious because that's what happens when I try something new. I don't know. I know I need far less shampoo now. Not even like sour cream. Dollop will do ya. This is like a Euro cent will do ya. I have like no hair right now in respects to what I had before. But yeah, tacos tonight. Probably going to be watching more of... No, we finished that thing. We're starting Night Flyers. All right, sorry about that. I had to cross the street and all that jazz. So, we're not really watching anything serious on Netflix. We're just catching up on some series. We got done with Titans, at least the first season. That was a little awkward. And now we're moving on to Night Flyers, which is interesting. We only really think we watched the first episode. So, we're not necessarily experts on it yet, but we're gonna give it a little bit. Seems a bit more horror slasher than anything else, but we're kind of tired of mutants for a little while. Not that anyone in Titans is really a mutant, but it's sort of like with the Gifted and so much Avengers, it's just like, can we have an honest to God sci-fi? We're like, you know, the only mutant power you've got is a telepath. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And then after that, we'll shark up watching, we'll probably watch the Umbrella Group, or whatever that thing's called. Something like that. Where they're back to mutants. But it sort of seems like it's trying to do X-Men stuff without being X-Men. I don't know. It's very strange. We'll chat with you guys tomorrow for more stuffs. I've had a request... It like freaks me out every time. I've had a request to do like a gym routine. We'll probably do an in-season gym routine. I've been having some issues with the getting the camera and whatnot, but now that I've got the tripod, I can figure out something rather than trying to lean my phone up against something. I found out I actually can kind of film in there a little bit as long as I don't get too many people. Anyways, yeah.